Hello, welcome to my Brooklyn kitchen. Today I found, when did I find this at the farmer's market? I went on last Monday. That seems surprising, but it could be true. Luckily, this bad boy keeps in the fridge super well. And this is a Koginut squash by S1E18. And it is a crossbred squash, and it's bred to be delicious, which is the whole thing with S1E18. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna roast it in the oven whole with maybe just a little bit of oil on the outside. I'm gonna stab it a few times with my knife and then just let it go. It's probably going to take like hours, but it will do really beautiful things, I think. So I have my oven preheated to 350. You could probably go hotter. If my oven goes over 350, my smoke detector goes off instantly, so I can only do 350. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on how long that's gonna take, but that's the idea. We're gonna put it on that tray and just let her go. And then once it's done, to dress it up, we're gonna make a sage and walnut pesto. And that's gonna go on top, and this is gonna be just like a super delicious potential side dish for a potential special meal. I don't know. But just a really good dish for the fall, either way. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so let the pricking commence. I'm just gonna stab it a few times all the way around. This is just gonna hopefully allow some steam to escape from the skin, and maybe the heat will penetrate a little bit. I don't know, probably not, but definitely steam escaping. Also good to do this prick before you oil, I think, because or else you're dealing with a slippery squash, and that can be dangerous if you're trying to stab it and it's sliding around everywhere. Okay. Now, add it to oil. This is just to help the heat penetrate. We're not going to eat the skin. This is fun. And it's good for your skin, too. Okay, great. Into the oven. I had this all set up to like crush this by hand, but I just had an amazing realization that's gonna help so much, especially if you have a tiny mortar and pestle like this. This is a coffee grinder that I use for spices and nuts. I have a different coffee grinder for my coffee, and so I'm going to grind up the walnuts in here first, so that I can more easily smash them up with the sage. And I think I have a little too much here, but we'll see. Sometimes if you have really strong, I think I did fennel. It smells like I did fennel in here before. I don't really mind if it kind of mixes in a little bit. That might be nice. But if you do mind, then give it a good wipe before you do this. Okay, contact. Always unplug it before you take the material out, and then that way you don't chop your finger off. Okay. So there's still some big chunks in here. This did it kind of unevenly, but that's okay because I'm going to put it in the mortar and pestle. And we are way more on our way than we were before. Okay, so you've got your nuts in here, and now we're just gonna break up some sage leaves into there. I'm not gonna use all of them that I have in this pile, but it looks nice to put it in a big pile, so I did that. Oh, sage smells so good to me. I love it. Some people really don't like it, but it's not for every dish. That's the thing. But it's great with fall time flavors. Save the little tiny ones for garnish. They're so pretty. I also love how soft sage is. It's like okay. Smells so good. Maybe like, so what did I put? Like one, it's like one bunch. This is like, yeah, let's just put 2 small bunches in. And keep these little guys. For the garnish. They're so tiny and so cute. Beauteous. Okay, time to add salt, big pinch, and time for smashing time. Time for smashing time. So it literally took me 4 minutes, and that's with stopping to film, so it doesn't actually take that long. Now, and we're going for like a rustic look here, so that's part of it too. But you're just trying to make sure the leaves are broken down. Okay, so now we're gonna add our cheese. This is, again, like another video I did, not Parmigiano Reggiano, but, and this is actually not even a good quality Parmesan. This is just one that I picked up at the shop nearby. Really bad quality, but still works. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's still not the powdered thing. That would not work with this. You need like an actual cheese. And again, like the same that we did with the walnuts, kind of pre-processing them before they go in, I grated the cheese before I put it in the mortar and pestle, so it's just going to mix easily into this pesto. Now, normally pesto has garlic in it. I didn't want the flavor of garlic, so I just didn't add it this time. So this is, I guess, not a super authentic pesto, but we already knew that. Okay, now that our cheese is mixed in, add some oil. That little taste that I had tasted really good. Be careful with the sage. You don't want to overpower it with sage. So a little goes a long way with sage. Again, like this big bunch, I only used 2 stalks of it or whatever. So use a little. If you feel like you need more, you can always chop some up and add more and throw it in. Because especially when you're pounding and those oils are releasing, you're getting more flavor than if you were to just chop it up. It's incredibly delicious. What the heck? I'm gonna add more oil so that it's more like a sauce that I can spoon over our delicious coconut. Wow. And just like that, you made something beautiful. Now just let this sit, and it's going to get better and better as it sits. And you're just waiting on your squash to cook. Look at this! It's so beautiful. Ooh. So that took exactly 2 hours. Wait, yeah, okay, 2 hours. And now it's 1 bajillion degrees. So probably I would recommend that one lets it cool before attempting to handle. However, I don't feel like it, so I'm going to handle it and plate it up. And I'll show you. I'm just gonna scoop the flesh from the skin and like lay it out on the plate, and then you'll see. Okay, I'm just gonna, see, I don't even have to cut it. I can remove that top. Smells so good. Okay, cut it in half. Very warm. Okay. Now I'm gonna get a little bowl for the insides that we don't want. Let me just take a quick, this looks so incredible. Thanks. Okay. scoop this out into here. You could probably do like pumpkin seeds with this. If that makes sense to you. Like you could roast them if you wanted to save these. I probably won't do that, but one could. Okay, the seeds are gone. Now we have our plate. So I'm just gonna scoop chunks of this out like this. Ooh, and lay them on the plate. Hot, hot. It's very yummy. It's going to be even better with our sage walnut pesto that we made. Woo! Mm-hmm. Okay. This is like a don't try this at home situation. Don't burn yourself. I live on the edge and I don't care about my pain. No pain. Okay. Beautiful. Ha 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 ha. Now, you have a big pile of stunning squash. It's like a pumpkin squash combo, right? So, okay. Now, although we already have oil in this, I'm gonna oil and salt this. I want to quickly wash my hands. Okay, so the squash has no seasoning whatsoever, right? So we're just gonna add a little oil. It's gonna absorb the oil, you will see. And then salt. Vegetables really like salt. They don't really have a lot of salt, so be generous with this, okay? And oh, I need another spoon. Okay, so mix up your beautiful pesto that you made that's been sitting for a couple hours. It might need to loosen up a little bit, so I'm going to add a little more olive oil. And also I might not use all of this because it's a lot, and so that I can also keep it. It would be great on pasta. Okay, so now I'm just going to drizzle this all on top. Or maybe I will use it all. I don't know. Let's see. This whole thing would be a good pasta dish with the squash also, the Koginut. You could put it inside. This could be inside a ravioli and the pesto on the outside of a ravioli. Okay, I'm gonna use it all. Only because there would only be like a tablespoon left if I kept it. Okay, now you have this pile of stuff. It looks very alien actually, but you just add a few your little sage leaves that you saved, and it will look very pretty once you add those on. I think that looks lovely. Now it's time to take a bite. This is like for 4 people. You can't really get a smaller squash than that. And I guess you could like cook half and then save half. Anyway, the point is I'm gonna serve myself a little bit on a small plate. But look how nice that looks. Okay. Okay, let us try this out. Oh, okay. It's really yummy. Really squashy, but it's like I'm happy that the pesto is there. They go really well with each other. Squash and sage is like a great combo. There's more oil. The squash like soaked it up. But other than that, yeah, super good. Super fall. Tastes like fall. Really like yummy. And yeah. This would be like really good next to a roasted bird, or on its own, or with pasta. Really good. Not much else to say here. Not much texture. Maybe if you're a texture person and you want a little crunch, add a few like just coarsely chopped walnuts onto the top. That would be really good too.